And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to take a minute to say thank you to all the patrons out there, in particular, those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel, would you like to tell us who they are?
I would love to. So we want to say thank you to Vox of Astora, Rebecca, Chris Deeds, Chris Stones, Christopher Hildebrand, Orient_Tiger, Breakmeister, and Nate. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah, thank you. For everyone. It's not only thankful to us, thankful to everyone else out there. So we really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure they do too.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yeah.
We were talking about something earlier about water.
We
want to start off with Big Aqua.
Oh, okay.
They've done something to the water.
I don't think they've done anything to the water. I think you have learned to appreciate water. And you have changed.
You know what? If you're going to come at this with a rational tone, then we can just stop it right now. All I'm saying is that it was so garbage before. It was like boring, which is weird. It doesn't taste like anything. Which is upsetting to say. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like when old people, when they get older and they start really liking a band that's not very good. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I've really grown to appreciate Train.
I've not thought about Train.
Drops of Jupiter just really gets in there.
That's the only song by them that I think anyone knows.
No, you know, what's the other one? Meet Virginia.
Oh, is that Train?
That's Train.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chugga chugga, motherfucker. Train gonna get you. No, I mean, that's how I feel about water. Is like it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, since like the dawn of forever. And I just, I never gave it a fair shake.
Yeah.
Water is the Train of liquids. Fair?
Fair.
It's not bad.
Right.
But I shouldn't be this enthusiastic about it is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I think the listeners will get behind me on that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, so I'm doing some drawing. After the other night I thought for sure I was going to take like a week off.
Yeah.
It was the worst. It was like I'd fallen asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you have to do that sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Look, I'm already on board with water. Don't make me do the sleep thing too.
Sorry.
So what had happened was I woke up, and normally I start a comic on Wednesday. I do the sketch or the line art early, and then I focus on the coloring the last day. So I can kind of chill my way through it, right?
Right.
But what had happened is I had decided to do a poster, like mentally. I hadn't even drawn a single line, and then I overslept. Mm-hmm. So I didn't start this comic until 11 o'clock noon the day before, so like on Thursday.
Yeah.
Which is not how you do. That's not how you do art. You're not supposed to. I say you're not supposed to rush it, but that's literally all I ever do. I'm trying to think of the last time I cozily went through a comic not coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. But yeah, so I apologize if I seemed short or brisk that day. But it was
fine. No, I totally understand. You haven't actually said what it is that you drew for this poster.
Say what?
You haven't actually said what this poster was. You've just talked about your hardships.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, it's just a poster.
But it's our Dragon Heist characters.
It says really Dragon Heist on it.
Right, but this is an audio podcast, and maybe people haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the poster sorry. I'm like, what do you want from me? I drew
the damn thing. Do you need to sleep?
Not anymore. I've got my sleep for this week.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so the characters are our Dragon Heist characters.
Yes.
Kavir the Raven, Rain Trichet, and Adri the Metalworker. The Is that the right proper term? Am I using the right term?
She's an artificer.
Artificer, right?
Yeah.
Who I'm not drawing once the thing happens. I'm just not gonna do it. Fucking you glowy ass bitch. I wasn't certain how you guys felt about it, but there wasn't enough time to do alterations. Like I had to literally custom draw Nate's character for the first time. I was like, oh
His
man.
turned out cool. He looks kind of, I don't know, kind of shady, but he is a politician.
I have a penchant for drawing rogues. Like I was like, I want to draw him facing away from the camera because he's a rogue and can't be bothered.
Right.
I know how to draw them. So I'm doing actually your characters from your other D&D game.
Yes.
And so because your boss had contacted me, which is weird already. I didn't know he was your boss. I just thought he was some guy. And then you told me that's my boss, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's weird. But yeah, so he wanted me to do characters from your game so that you guys could use them as like icons or whatever.
Yeah, which is
And
a
so
really cool, like a really cool surprise and a really cool gift, I think, to like give your D&D groups is to get art of their characters made.
As an artist, I stand by this agreement and also am available for commissions.
Mhm.
Yeah, but these ones were pretty interesting. Like all these characters, like I don't know them at all. So and when someone tells you about their D&D character,
Mhm.
what you think and what they think are different. Does that make sense? Like
That is, yeah.
people come to me all the time to get them to do their character, and then they give me like a description. I draw something that I'm thinking, which I'm certain is different from what they're thinking.
Mhm.
And then I give it to them and they're like, oh, that's perfect. And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that I slam dunked it on the first try. There's no way.
Mhm.
There are too many variations. Like if I told somebody what my character looked like and they drew it and then came back to me, I'd be like, that's super wrong. That's absolutely not what they look like. But then again, maybe I'm overthinking the visual. Because I told Nate the other day about his when I drew his, and he was like, I hadn't really considered it. And I was like, how the fuck you've been playing it? How do you not know what they look like? To me, that's very vital
Mhm.
to the visual that I have in my head. I don't ever walk into a room in D&D without visually painting it in my brain. So like there's a few scenes that I in my head, if I were to draw what I saw in those scenes and then you were to draw what you saw in those scenes, they'd be different, I'd imagine.
Mhm.
Right? So like the poop river. Let's just, as an example.
Uh-huh.
Okay. When we went into the poop river, what color did the scene seem to you?
Gray.
Gray.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What color did it seem to you?
Like it was very green, like the stone and everything was mossy and everything, and the water had clear, well, not clear, but clearly its own hue to it.
Okay.
But the mossy stuff, the available area was like a curved roof, like for a prison cell, was like very stony and mossy.
Mhm.
And the light from the torches was originally orange from the light of them, but became green because it bounced off of murky water. And
Oh, okay.
so there's like an ambient tone. So like my guy is more orange, and he was sort of like in a light from the staircase,
Uh-huh.
right? And then there's this kind of warbly black kind of ripples, like light reflecting off of like a glassy surface, which is an assy glassy surface, the poop water. And then out in the middle is like a green side highlight of your character, and then slowly disappearing into the poop
Okay.
off in the distance. That's how I saw that scene.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to be overly descriptive of it because otherwise we'll get lost in the. So when you saw it, you saw gray.
Yeah.
Like, do ducks not see color?
No, like the water was like a dark gray because it's like all cloudy and gross, and then the stone is all wet, so it's like a darker, gray. And then like the cells of the bars are made of iron, so there might be like some orangey rust in there, but
Yeah.
like where it's further from the water, it would go back to gray.
I just think ducks don't see in color.
It could be. That could be it.
You guys, your rods and cones are all fucked up because you're a bird.
Could be.
Were the other scenes in this game gray as well? All the other scenes?
Everything, the light that the holy symbol of Ravenkind goes
Gray.
out, it's like a brighter gray.
Yeah, it's like a more saturated gray, like a really gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the sky is gray, the ground is gray. I think ducks don't see in color. I think that's
What if Adri's been colorblind this entire campaign? And that's why she dresses like a dweeb. Everything looks the same.
Oh
She's
man.
like, I'll take these gray pants and that gray
gray-
sweatshirt, and I'm ready to go. I look nice. Put on my gray backpack.
Oh my god. That's such a funny thought to me that I'm having a bunch of jokes roll around all at once. Oh my god. That explains a lot of things. That when she covers a sheet over a person's body, you just don't see them anymore.
Yeah, they just blend in with the gray
They disappear.
ground. Yeah.
They're gone. I'm like, you can still see that. What do you mean? They're not there anymore, huh?
And then when the blood soaks into the sheet, then it gets really gray.
Yeah, just that's called the saturation wave. It just blends everything together.
That's right.
Right. This is tripping me out. This makes so much sense. This makes so much sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Has Adri been colorblind the whole time?
The
I'm
whole
gonna go back, listen to a random episode, and just see if it makes sense. I bet it does. Anyway, the point I was trying to make before was I cut out.
No.
Okay, good. Sorry, we're having some cutout issues here. But yeah, that was the point I was making before, though, is that when I sent those characters to you earlier, the sketches for your team, I wanted you to be like, that's how I imagined them, or yes, I can see that looks like them, because I don't know, I don't play with them, so I have no tone with which to express them other than the descriptions they gave me, which in some cases were not great.
Right.
I won't say which ones, but some of them weren't great. Fair?
Yeah. I mean, that's I think understandable, because to some players, things about their character aren't really important to them in the game, or it's not really where they find their fun in the game.
Right.
So
I need that vision.
Right.
I started thinking that maybe the reason that's important is because I deal with visual stuff all the time, and so the visual is important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
And now it puts up a sign saying your internet connection is unstable.
Oh,
Really? No way. No way. Really? You think?
Since Dees is having internet issues and it's sort of dragging on this intro, let's go ahead and go to this week's episode.
Eat more. That's what I sound like.
This is Dragon Heist, episode 6, One Floon Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That is a solid name.
It is.
Solid. Whoever made that one up.
You immediately started roboting.
Oh, shit.
Quick, let's go to the episode.
Okay.
Okay.
I owe her back for her last journal. Varys has to reply.
All right. Well,
Right.
let's get started on this game.
Because that bitch took a ring of love and turned it to... That blind bitch.
She's not even blind.
She's a little blind.
I'm drunk. She's blind.
She's legally blind.
Legally blonde? What?
That too.
She couldn't see how much love was in that ring.
Love ring sounds totally different than what I think you meant to say.
Yes.
Hey boy, let me see that love ring. Mm-hmm. Let me put my chicken finger in your love ring.
Oh God.
Oh, he went there.
Oh, hey David, you're
Yes.
religious, right?
Yes, sir.
Religious-ish. Have you ever heard the term or the phrase, put the church money on the ground?
No, actually.
Yeah, either have I. And I'm pretty good with fucking phrases. I like using.
No.
Is that like put money in the banana stand?
I honestly think I have no reason.
Where'd you hear it from?
It was on a football game. The guy goes, he puts the church money on the ground. He runs behind his pads. Right? Okay. Runs behind his pads.
You're gonna let me Google this shit now. Nate's already Googling. I can hear
I've already, yeah.
It's a dumb. Okay, hold on. Now, don't tell me. Don't tell me what it means yet. Run behind his pads means that he leans forward. He's like a downhill runner. He runs hard, right? And he doesn't mind contact. That's what that means. What I think put the church money on the ground is in reference to, I built my own etymology for it, was that when churches get money, they want to put it back into the community. That's what put church money on the ground means, I think, is that it means to take the money that you've collected from the church and do good for the community on the ground. I think that's what it means. I have no idea how that applies to football. Nate, anything?
The only thing I can find that. So there is, there are some. So there are some churches that, as opposed to taking a collection during a set time, kind of like the Catholic Church would, pass around. Yeah. Some churches actually, people will go down and put money at the pastor's feet while he's giving his sermon.
Like a stripper.
To a degree, yes, because this tends to be in churches that follow.
Make it rain locusts.
Yeah, that follow like prosperity gospel. So like Joel Osteen would be a perfect example of that.
Like the prayer oil. Yeah.
Some do it for show. So apparently in the book of Acts, people laid everything at the apostles' feet, and whatever was collected was distributed to those who needed it. So pastors do not use any money put at their feet to line their pockets. Pastors will use this money distributed towards those lacking in need. Okay. That's the only. I don't know. It's not.
I'll put that through my processing filter later.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either. I just try to Google.
I think it's a southern thing that some guy
it could be.
say. And
okay.
Like the cornbread recipes that have like fucking weird ingredients in it. My grandma always put pea sweat. Like, when you cook peas, the sweat from that, the water that collects in the paper towel. She used to drain the paper towel, and now I used to love it. Well, that's gross.
I just love it if some Southern grandma was out there just saying that stuff and then watching the football game with their friends at the convalescent home. She's like, yeah, listen. Yeah, that dumbass said it. That doesn't mean a damn thing.
I told all my friends I was going to bring back the word gnarly, and I started saying it in like every couple other sentences, right? I would just throw gnarly into situations that weren't gnarly, right?
Okay.
By standard definition. And I watched it permeate my friend group so dramatically that I was at a place that I had friends of friends of friends there, right? At this pizza place downtown. And I heard someone said, "Oh, that's so gnarly." And I was like, I'm a killer. Trendsetter. Okay. Game time. Sorry.
All right. We left off. You guys are in the warehouse. One Cuckoo strapped to a pole, manacled.
Yeah, like Batman does.
Yep.
And okay.
The other 3 dead on the floor. A shit ton of more dead on the floor as well. Of the 2 gangs that were in the warehouse earlier.
One of them was killed by a lantern, correct? Or no, a candle? What was it that you...
Oh, it was, I greased 2 of them that were standing together, and then I used catapult to fling a lantern or a candle.
It was a candle pole.
Yeah. So then they caught fire, and it was the coolest.
It's the ultimate burn.
She did 3D8 with a candlestick.
Yeah.
In the warehouse.
Yeah.
With Dr. Plum.
Jack
And
be
then-
nimble.
And
Jack
then
be
set them on
quick.
fire.
Kill that bitch with a candlestick.
I ate from a candlestick.
She should have gone for that goblin asshole with the candlestick.
It was Colonel Ducky
It was already
in the
greased.
warehouse with the candlestick.
It would have gone farther than the gerbil.
Oh God.
Oh man, the gerbil. The gerbil.
So, yep.
You know, that guy never did that, by the way.
Oh, we
Richard
know, but that's
Gere?
not the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never did that. And what a terrible thing to be said about a person. Right?
Hmm.
That you buy gerbils. Jesus Christ. Get a guinea pig like a fucking normal human.
Ugh.
Was it too much hamster for you, bro?
I mean, heck, you should have used a chinchilla.
It's like a 150cc gerbil. Anyway, whatever.
You guys in a warehouse, dimly lit now that Rachel's destroyed the candles.
I
And
destroyed one candle, and really, I created more light with that candle.
Temporarily, but yes.
We did put out the fire that I
the smell of
Oh.
burnt flesh
You know what?
says
The
fill the air now.
brightest stars.
Oh,
burn
burnt
shorter.
feathers, actually. Not really flesh. It kind of smells like chicken.
I was about to say, it's finger looking good.
Right?
You said there was an upstairs, correct?
Yes, there is, sir.
We need to check out the upstairs. This guy's unconscious, the chained up guy.
Yeah, he's out cold
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not tape, but wire his mouth shut using some cord. He's got a beak, so it's
He
easy.
does. Oh, I've never had a player put it that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it around a few times, wrap it around the back of his head so he can't like shake it loose, and then I'm just gonna pull it real tight underneath, so that kind of, and he's tied up, so he's not gonna be able to get it loose.
You need like one of those birdcage covers, and then he'll just think it's nighttime.
We could gorilla glue his mouth shut.
Oh, God.
Flex Seal. Okay,
Ugh.
listeners of the
No.
Freelance Heroism podcast, I am in no way condoning the use of Flex Seal in this manner. But if you hear anything about this, I want to know about it. I'm just saying, if you see an article, if you hear a fucking YouTube video, a friend tells you a rumor, I want to know. You can email me personally, 1d4rounds@gmail.com. I want to know if anyone ever flex sealed another person's butt. Like closed. I just need to know if that is a thing that's happened. It can keep a boat afloat. It'll hold the poop in. I know it will.
It's not the poop you have to worry about. It's the gas.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you like poop out like a big yoga ball out the back, like one of those exercise balls. That's how they make those. Okay.
I can't wait to edit the 10 minutes of content out of the 57 minutes that we've been in game.
10 minutes? You think we got 10 minutes of content out of this?
No.
Hey, bro,
that's
There is a
adorable.
subreddit on Reddit about somebody somewhere has flex sealed someone's ass.
Oh, wow.
Woot! Yes, they are closed for business.
Has to be a fraternity.
Oh. Okay, well, just
So,
send
yeah,
me the link
later.
and we'll check it. We'll check it up later. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you. Thank you,
Anytime.
David.
Anytime. DMs are here to help. Alrighty, so his mouth's wired shut. You went around the beak, you went around the back of the head, you used
Right.
chicken wire, he saw the gun up, right?
Right.
You flex sealed his ass. Okay, so what are
Yeah.
you guys doing?
She has to leave it in now. Okay, so after I flex sealed the bird's ass, which you have to leave in now,
Don't.
I'm going to take the shield out, lift it aloft, and I'm going to motion to the other two to follow me up the staircase.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you head up the staircase.
Yes, and he messaged it's the cloaca, and yes, it is. Good call.
You guys being quiet at all as you head upstairs? Or just
I
actually you guys
can't,
been in
I'm-
battle, yeah.
I am at disadvantage for stealth checks.
And I am essentially a large metal man.
Okay,
So-
cool. Alright, yeah, you guys head upstairs.
All right. Well, should I? I can do a little bit of that stealthing stuff. Perhaps I should head up first and lead.
Sure. D-Walk, when the staircase gets up to the top, does it come up into, like, is it just a flat floor that the stairs come up through a hole in the floor, or are there walls around where the staircase came up?
No, as the staircase comes up, there's solid kind of. It's not like an empty staircase. Is a solid wall underneath. There's actually a closet underneath the staircase.
No, I mean on the top side. When we come
Oh,
up
on the
to
top
the floor,
side?
is it just
It
flat
comes up
with
to
a
a
hole?
balcony. No, it's a balcony that goes around the outer perimeter, and then there's a series of offices on one side.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to hold my shield up in front of me then, since we kind of know the direction of any available person.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing on the balcony that we can see because that's where
No.
we initially got ambushed from in the first place. So, okay, yeah, I guess. You know what? How many offices are up there?
As far as you can see from here, you see one door, but with the distance, you're looking at as easily a 50-foot wall.
Hmm.
It could be multiple offices behind the one door.
Okay, I want to stealth up to the top of the stairs and see if I can get a better count of how many offices there actually are up there.
All right, give me stuff.
21.
Yeah, you sneak right up the stairs.
Okay, what do I see at the top?
The wall and the door.
So just a single door.
Yeah.
Doors open, closed.
Right now it's closed.
Closed. Okay. I'd like to sneak up to that door and take a listen. Stealth and then a perception, or
Okay. Go. Give me a perception.
It's a 15 for perception.
You hear little. How would I describe this? Skittering on the other side of the door.
Like tiny little feet, or
Yeah, like rodent skittering.
okay. Is there? And I assume there's nothing like on the door that says storage room or office, or it's just a nondescript door, or is there?
Yeah, it's a nondescript door. You do see mounted above it a steel alarm bell, and there are wires.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Nate and be like, we should breach the room.
All right. Well, you probably should take care of whatever this contraption here is over the door before we go busting in. And so you say wires. Can I reasonably figure out how this works? I'm assuming it's some kind of trip that if we open the door, the bell will ring, or what do I gather from what I see?
We have an engineer.
You see a wire that goes to the bell and goes into the rooms, and then a wire that comes out of the rooms and goes down into the floor around an angle.
Does any part of it touch the door?
No.
So
It's like
I
there's
don't.
something downstairs that could trigger it.
Okay, so this isn't a proximity alarm for the door proper. It's a proximity alarm for the entire warehouse potentially, or that's how I'm gathering it. If it's not touching the door,
Adri.
Yeah.
You want to take a look?
I can, sure.
She works with this kind of stuff, right? Wires and whatnot.
All right. Well,
Or
She's an artificer.
wires and whatnot.
Yeah, she's an art fisher.
Art Fisher.
She paints trout.
Would this be like an investigation, David?
That's one way to approach it.
Okay.
Another way would be with your hands up.
22.
Okay. It's an alarm for another door in the warehouse. The way the
Oh,
wires moved, it's to alert the top office that another door's open somewhere else.
okay. Can I tell where this other door is?
You see the wire, it leaves it and
Mhm.
then makes another angle and goes down through some eye holes and into the floor.
Okay, so it's downstairs.
Yeah, it's somewhere
I
downstairs.
go downstairs. And I'm like going
did you
under
got-
where I saw
okay.
it disappear.
All right. You see it's on the opposite other side of the stairs
Hmm.
and it disappears into, it doesn't come out, but there seems to be a wall on the other side of the stairs where the wire goes down to.
Okay. Can I do another investigate? Is this like a false wall? Maybe?
You can do a perception or an investigation, your choice.
Investigation. 21.
It's like
As you begin-
Leonardo
as you begin to
DiCaprio's. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio's bedroom in here. It's a lot of 21s.
As you begin to mess with the wall, you
I'm not like
investigate.
moving anything. Like
Okay.
I don't want to like trigger it. I'm just trying to get a better sense of like, is this a false wall and there's something behind it? Like
You
I might
definitely
like.
see an area on the floor that's moved from a door that seems to be part of the wall. You can't see where the door breaks from the wall. But
Okay.
You definitely see the movement on the floor of the dust where something has opened and closed.
Okay. I'm gonna go back upstairs because essentially they asked me to look at this. I looked at it and then I went downstairs without saying anything to them.
As you run upstairs, you hear another noise under the stairs.
Stop. Go back
Harry Potter.
downstairs. Is there? You said there's a closet under the.
Yeah, there's a closet under the stairs.
Okay. I'm gonna try the door.
To the closet?
Yeah.
It's not locked.
I have my. What do I have? I have a light crossbow. I have my light crossbow in my hand, and with my other hand, I'm gonna open the door.
I need a reflex from a crossbow bolt shooting at your face.
That
I'm kidding. As you open the door,
was a bad roll.
as you open the door underneath,
There's an old man sitting on a toilet.
yeah, you see it's a cramped chamber, smells strong of sour fish and vinegar, a disregarded rope, canvas, and tarps thrown everywhere, splintered wood and smashed. You see a foot underneath one of the tarps, trying desperately to stay still.
I'm gonna point my crossbow at in that general direction. I'm gonna be like, "Come out slowly."
Nothing.
I can see you. Come out slowly.
He slowly pulls his foot under the tarp.
Solid.
No, you can't.
No one's home.
I'm gonna close the closet door. Is there like a oh wait, I'm not. Is there like a barrel nearby or a crate that I can push in front of the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to do that without making a strength check.
Well, shit. If we get to make demands like that,
I would like to roll a knowledge check without rolling a knowledge check.
I would like to win the game, David. Thank you.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, this is fun.
You totally screwed it. What you really should. Well, I guess there's nobody in here. Do, 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 and then you walk out.
Give me a strength check to move the barrel or the box,
I
whichever
got a
you pick.
5.
Holy
You
shit.
two are looking down the stairs at her as she's scraping across the floor of this heavy crate, and she's barely getting to budge as she pushes it.
It's more like I'm trying to push it, and I'm really just pushing myself back.
You see her feet moving like a moonwalk backwards, but she's not going anywhere.
I'm gonna go down and join her.
I was going to say, I turned to Kavir and go, we just asked her to check the damn wire on the door. What is she doing down there?
Because you saw her run downstairs, go to the other side, then she goes back upstairs, stops, goes back down, opens the closet, tries to talk to something, no response, steps out, and now she's pushing something to the door.
I mean, either she's onto something or she's got the vapors. I'm not really sure which one it is.
I'm just going to cut out the middleman. I'm going to walk down the stairs without being quiet at all. I'm going to walk over, like, someone in there.
Yes.
I'm going to open the door and I'm going to grab that person.
Give me a strength, or give me a grapple. It'd be athletics versus their.
If he's going to go downstairs and handle that, I'm gonna position myself up at the top of the stairs. I don't want anything surprising us from up here while he goes down there. I think I'll probably go ahead and pull my crossbow out as well and have it at the ready.
David, let's just prepare for me to have grabbed this guy. I got a 23.
Oh no, I have no doubt. I have no doubt you didn't grab the guy. Okay.
The question is, where did you grab the guy?
By whatever the fuck was in front of me.
He's now falsetto.
Oh God! I told you I grabbed that leather bag.
Okay, that is.
Grab my old rhino pouch, you know.
Why is this like a running thing?
Well, it's running because I grabbed it real hard.
Okay, he has a 16. What did you get?
23.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you reach under the sharp, grab him by the foot. He tries to get out, but you got a hold of him.
All right. By the weight, does it feel like an adult?
Yeah, it's an adult male. You can tell by the boot.
All right. I'm going to swing him against the wall.
Give me a strength check.
Nat 20, swear to God.
Oh, fuck! He says as you hit him against the wall.
Woo! Okay, so he goes thud against the wall.
Yes.
How does it sound like he's doing?
Shaken up, hurt.
I'm gonna hold him up by his foot or by whatever I have him grab. Like,
okay.
I'm gonna say, look, I can do that again.
He looks at you. He like blinks at you a couple times.
I don't speak.
You're not with
Norse.
Xanathars.
Nope, not me.
Oh, he looks at your armor. Are you with the watch?
Used to be, formerly of the watch.
Good or bad?
I don't know yet. What are we talking about?
You, gangster or just citizen?
Irrelevant. Answer. What are you doing here?
I am Rainier November. I was out drinking with my friend Floon. They mistook him as me.
We're looking for Floon.
By the gods commanding to put me down.
You gonna be nice?
As long as you guys aren't from Xanathars trying to kill me, you're kidnapping me.
I like a.
Stands on his own, he dusts himself off. Dear God. Floon's in danger, we need to get to him.
How's he look? Does he look hurt from the?
He's beat up. Not your thud. His face has been punched pretty good. He's been on the end of a beating.
I'm gonna use a medical kit. Get him cleaned up.
When he says his name, Nate, Rain does recognize him as the son of the previous Overlord of Waterdeep.
Yeah. When I hear Rainier's name, I'm already heading downstairs.
He's like, they mistook Floon as me. They think he's me. They think he has a secret of my father's fortune.
Oh, is this what all this nonsense is all about, Mr. November?
Mr. Trisher, how you been?
Well, I've been better, but I guess the fact that you're standing here alive at least means that this whole debacle here was not for nothing. So you're telling us they mistook Floon for you.
Yes.
Where is Floon?
We were down drinking at the Skewered, and he was too drunk to walk by himself, so we were walking up. We got jumped by 5 thugs. We got dragged here. Then this place got hit. Fight broke out. They took him off. Not sure where. During the fight, I snuck under the closet and hid and got my ropes off. And then your mighty fine friend, he passed on the shoulder, threw me against the wall. But it's all forgiven here.
Well, you'll have to excuse us. We just got jumped by a bunch of giant chickens, so we're a little tense. You might imagine our predicament here.
I would.
So.
I would.
I'm going to grab him by his face and quit moving. I'm trying to do work here.
I greatly appreciate that. I'd like to keep my starling looks. They're the only thing I got left.
A little late for that.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse my friend, Mr. Kavir here. He's a very good physician, but his bedside manner is lacking a little. You can ask his last patient if you can find him. So, we've got...
He might give you the finger.
No, it's understandable. Looking for some artifact called the Stone of Galore.
And this artifact is somehow related to the rumor of your father's wealth?
That's secret fortune he stashed. I haven't talked to that man in years.
So how legitimate is this, shall we say? Is this like a little white lie, or is there a whole lot of truth to this?
Knowing my father, there's probably truth to it.
So now everybody's after... Well, we know at least 2 groups that are after it. I have to imagine you know anybody else that knows about this, or is it just them?
It's a rumor among most nobles.
All right. Well,
I don't have the connections to the gold I used to, but I do have connections to people.
well, in our line of work, yeah, connections are always good. So, is there anybody else that you know of that knows where this is or has a better idea than you?
My father, I haven't heard about it in almost 10 years.
It's not our job. Job's to get Floon.
I understand, but I have a feeling that one of these two pathways will lead us to Floon. Well, so the Xanathars have him, is that right?
Yeah.
Floon? Okay, so would I know of any other prominent hideouts where they may have taken him after getting ambushed here?
You know, you've heard of something below the docks,
Okay.
but just got to find the right stewards.
All right. And would Rainier know any more in terms of where they might have taken him? Or did he? I suppose if he would have heard something, he would have told us. So
Yeah,
We
he
still
would've
have
told you guys
Kinku to ask.
yeah, that would be our other. Yeah. Let's ask our fine feathered friend over here.
Well, he's going
You
to be
guys-
a minute before he wakes up.
You guys
What's
mind
in
if
the-
I pick up one of those swords and join you?
No, you don't get a sword.
Why doesn't he get a sword?
I don't know him.
Well, I do, and I can vouch for the gentleman. I'm perfectly fine with him having a weapon. Besides, there's three of us and one of him, and he's already got his ass kicked once, so I think we're all right.
I was drunk. I'm sober now.
Look, if it comes down to us, we could always use another pair of hands.
That's true. We could always use parts. What's in
trying
the
to get out of
upstairs
that.
room?
That I do not know. I was brought in here blindfolded and sucker punched.
And you bravely decided to keep watch over the linens.
I bravely decided to sneak my ass away during a fight, so I didn't get stuck by some asshole with a sword.
Hey, Tricky,
Mm-hmm.
you want to go talk to this bird?
Yeah, that. Yeah, let's have a word with our friend here.
Yo, Foghorn. I'm going to smack him.
Sun's coming up, boy. Time to crow.
Hey, you, Chanticleer.
It moves its head around. It tries to speak, but its mouth's wired shut. Meh.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
He nods his head.
I'm going to take this wire off. And if you say anything other than what we ask you, not only am I going to put the wire back on, but I'm going to take your head with me and leave the body here. You understand? I know exactly what bones to sever to make that simple. Right here, I'm going to touch the side of his neck. This is your D2. This is your D4. And separating right between where the third bone connects, there's two major artery clusters. Sever right through those. Blood will virtually stop. Then I cauterize it and I can throw it in my bag. Do you understand?
It tries to look down and it can't, and just looks at you and nods.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I take the wire off.
It moves its beak around it like it can't, like it's.
All right, Tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing.
So, you got a name?
Xanarther sends its regards.
I'm going to call this one Pete. Too bad we killed the other one. We would have had a repeat to go with it.
One of them fell out a boat. Do you guys remember that joke? Yeah. Call back 1992.
Yeah.
What's up, lunchroom?
Along with his regards, does he send along maybe the location of where you've taken our friend Mr. Floon?
Tie up pretty boy in the back room. Follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
Yeah, that was mighty detailed of you. Thank you, son.
Xanathar sends his regards.
Yes. Well, I'll tell
He's
you what he can
repeating
do
it.
with his. Tell you what he can do with his regards.
No time to loot the place. Just get him to boss.
All right. Well, we got a little bit of a direction here, I think. But he said secret room, right? No.
No time to loot place. Get him to boss.
Get him to pause.
Let's go look at some of these boxes. There's stuff here for sure.
Yeah.
While he's doing the questioning, I'm going to go look around at some of the loot. So you can go ahead and let me know if
That's
I find
fine.
anything worth it.
All right. So
Holy
you say
shit, these are porcelain. It's probably worth a good penny.
so you said follow the yellow signs
Yep. Follow the yellow signs in the sewer.
into the sewer. Okay. And exactly what is your boss plan to do once he gets Mr. Floon?
Xanathar sends his regards.
I think I would have been better off talking to the brick wall. All right. Mm. Well, Mr. Kavir, we got to go down into a sewer somewhere and follow some yellow signs. I believe that's all our friend here is mentally capable of telling us.
I'm going to yell from across the room. Which sewer?
One sewer.
Point to the direction where it would be while I'm throwing stuff in my bag.
He looks up at Rain with his beak, and just his eyes just roll back in his head.
Point with your face.
He points to the door. Xanathar sends his regards.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we could find something else here in the building somewhere that might point out exactly where our friend has been taken.
Tie up the pretty boy in the back room.
He keeps talking about this back room. I'm wondering if it's the one upstairs that Miss Adria, did you find anything in particular while you decided to disappear and run off and try and rearrange furniture?
Oh, I went upstairs while you guys were interrogating the bird.
Oh,
I'm not there.
well, then I shout that from downstairs. Miss Adria, where have you run off to now?
Did you need me to roll for that, David?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay. 13.
Kavir, you have found linens and casks of wine and rope and spices that have been taken off the different ships. Nothing really like money grabbing on the crates out here.
All right, equitable value on spices and stuff like that.
Normally what a shop would pay for them.
Yeah, I mean, but roughly how much if I were able to pack a bag or two?
I'd have to get back to you on those numbers.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
Yeah, spices are pretty small, so I'm gonna
Okay.
definitely take those.
But what was the number, Ray?
13.
13. You're able to disable it easy enough.
Okay.
It was a simple wire.
All right. I'm going to come back downstairs and go, yeah, I found something. And I'm going to go to where I found that false wall.
Okay.
Is there a way that I can see to open it? I can see like how it opens based on the markings on the floor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to like push it and it pops open or something.
Is there a bookshelf nearby?
If you push it, you do feel a little give on it,
Okay.
but you pretty much gather it's a strength pull. You got to get your fingers on it and just pull it open.
Hey, Kavir.
Boy, how the tables have turned. Adri needs help with the door.
So as I'm putting away my thieves' tools after doing something sneaky upstairs. Like, hey, Kavir.
Yeah.
Can you pull on this wall for me, like right at that spot right there? Just
pull it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna wedge my spear in there so I can get kind of a pivot.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull back on it. I need a strength check.
Yes.
All right. First try didn't work. I'm gonna try again.
All right.
No, not that spot.
Yeah, 18 the second time.
Yeah, you hear a creaking and then it goes, and as you see it pull, you see a wire inside pull as well, but nothing happens.
I deactivated that.
Excellent. Good
Thank
work.
you.
You
I guess.
also, when you guys get the door open, you see 2 wooden crates inside,
Ooh.
each stamped Luskin Trader out to Waterdeep.
What does it say?
They came from Luskin to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Destination was Waterdeep, is to one of the shops.
And that's all that's in here?
The 2 crates, they're sealed. You'd have to open to see what's inside.
When she does that, I go back to our friend here. Is that where Pretty Boy's supposed to be?
You think Silver? He shakes his head.
I'm going to tap them with my spear, the boxes.
Okay.
I'll maybe take my spear and put it under like one of the like ridgings that holds like a box together. Like, they have cross beams that hold the wood together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to like put it under there and lift it up a little bit, see how heavy it is. Maybe just like a 1/4 inch off the ground. Like tilt the box and then drop it.
One
Tilt it.
seems lighter than the other. A lot lighter.
All right, I'm going to tap the one that's heavier.
You tap it.
I'm going to smack it.
Oh, you smack it, it doesn't budge.
Okay, I'm going to knock on it.
Shave and a haircut.
It sounds kind of hollow, but it's heavier than hell.
All right, I'm going to pop that open.
The heavier one you pop open, and you find 15 10-pound silver bars.
Ooh.
Dibs.
Black from corrosion,
Mm.
but they're still about 50 GP apiece.
Wow.
How many of them are there?
There are 15 of them
Potions.
at 50 gold apiece.
50 gold apiece or 50 silver apiece?
No, these 10-pound silver bars are worth 50 gold apiece.
I am loading my bag up with them.
Well, we're splitting these.
Yeah, but I'm the only one that can gonna carry them. You want to carry your side?
You couldn't move
know
a
what?
barrel earlier.
You're absolutely
I
right.
rolled a 5.
You're absolutely right. You get to go first, and you can carry as much as you can carry,
That's not fair.
and then I'll carry the rest
Will you carry
and
mine
that's our
for
s-
me, please?
for a rate, a percent.
That's out of
You're
character.
acting out of character.
No, I'm not. The first thing I did was loot this room. I'm not a mirror of myself.
For
I
how
still hold
for
the
how
same
much?
shit.
How much?
Look, I'll carry the loot, and you guys just pitch in a little bit for potions from time to time. Deal?
Okay. Yes.
That'll help me do my job better.
Okay.
So I think why this is going on, I'm actually, if I've been told that this is not where
Yeah, Pretty Boy's not here.
Pretty Boy's not here. I think I'm actually going to go with Rainier upstairs, and I'm going to go check out that room now that I've seen that this intricate system has been deactivated. He's got a sword, so between the two of us, we ought to be able to stab a shit out of something.
All right.
Also, D-Walk, how many bars did you say there were? I'm sorry.
15.
That's
So
150 pounds of silver.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Woot.
Yeah, upstairs, you find suits of offices, desk chairs, bare shelves, some cobwebs, a bunch of rats moving around.
Does it look like any of the offices have been used recently, maybe by Xanathar's group? Or, what I'm looking for is like, okay,
You find actually
yeah, what I'm looking for is like a note that says, just if anybody's left directions or,
you find somebody's it looks like a stolen dock logbook. Somebody actually copied the dockmaster's logbook for the future deliveries and ships coming in.
Anything recent
Something-
and potentially eyebrow raising?
It carries the logbooks of the different trade companies that are moving in and out, and it's which ships are due in at what times. Something that shouldn't be out of the dockmaster's hands. That a criminal organization would love to have to be able to know when the ships are coming in to pick them off. And
Right. Well, I believe I shall be returning this to the dockmaster then.
you also find a paper bird. It's a uncommon item that you can write a message of 50 words or fewer on this magic sheet of parchment, speak a creature's name, the parchment magically transforms into a tiny paper bird, and it flies to the recipient whose name you uttered.
Those are cool.
It must be on the same plane of existence as you.
What does the bird look like when you?
Is it shaped like an owl?
Is it
It's
shaped
got
like
a-
a
Um,
raven?
the pictures of an origami crane,
okay.
but
Oh, that's dumb. Okay.
you do find a paper bird up there as well.
All right. Well, I will take possession of that and this logbook. And if there's nothing else of use up here, then I will go downstairs with Mr. November and rejoin my party.
November.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
What
Now
about
you guys, second crate.
Yeah.
All right. Are you opening it?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You pop open the second crate, and in the second
Yeah.
crate, you find 4 wood frame paintings wrapped in leather.
Ooh.
Do you move the leather to see what's on them?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. You find 4 beautiful paintings that depict the cities of Luskin, Neverwinter, Silver Moon, and Baldur's Gate. These are not cheap either. These definitely are worth quite a penny.
Any
Ooh.
idea how much?
You have to get them priced.
Appraised?
Yeah. Unless one uses an art dealer that I don't know about.
Mhm.
I am not.
I have. Well, no, I don't think history would tell me anything unless
What about
unless
the
maybe.
artist's name?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go for to see if there was something on there about the artist.
It does have an artist's name. They are all for the same artist. Want to make one up?
Oh, his name is Dees Cassius.
Oh well, then these are useless. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh, fuck you.
You know what? Let's
Sorry.
also go with that. You they are initial DC.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
An
Dibs.
illustrious hidden artist that likes to walk around 4 corners.
Oh,
Well,
Keeps to himself.
we could certainly take these and put them back up in my studio apartment, as it were. And I know I've got to have connections somewhere within the docks who can appraise these for us at some point. We can keep them in my loft for safekeeping for now.
I don't think I have room to hang up paintings, so that'll have to work.
I have room at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the castle ward. All the way across the city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just a little
that's
bit
true.
closer, and I think
Oh,
the
that's
express
true.
I think the express lane to your ward has been shut down for the evening. So
That's fair.
We could take my friend Becky's Ferrari.
The only thing
Alright.
is that it's red and she wanted a yellow one for her birthday, so she's
Her
really
dad's a
upset
total
about it.
beat.
At this point, the front door of the warehouse kicks in, and 12 of the city watch in full plate and shields come in.
I'm gonna walk up to him. We're investigating a crime.
Out from the back comes walking in. You can definitely read the rank of captain on his
Shit.
armor. I'm Captain Stagnant.
Kavir, the Raven.
Oh, Kavir. I've heard of you.
I'm certain you have.
You're definitely not who I was expected to be in this warehouse.
Well, you know what they say: where there's corpses, you'll find me.
He looks around the floor. He looks at his guards. I'm going to take the Cuckoo off your hands, and he points 2 of them over there.
As you will.
Mr. Trichet, another soul I did not reckon to be in this warehouse tonight.
oh well, I'm just full of surprises, Captain. What can I say?
Then he sees Rainier. Lord November. My apologies. Sorry for being rude to your friends. Rainier's like, are you guys offended?
A little.
Captain, you need to apologize to Kavir himself, not to me.
That'd be fantastic, actually. You know how I love you higher ups.
The captain sat there and just, you can see him swallow his pride. And my apologies, Kavir.
Not a problem. Don't let it happen again. All right.
You know, it's,
Soldiers, I'm going to nod at his men.
they nod back. He's like, I'm going to go deal with the crows. Sergeant Anders, will you help Lord November and his friends if they need anything?
I'm going to shake the hands of the soldiers as I'm leaving.
I like how Adri is the rando that no one recognizes.
Well, she's definitely not in her element. This is like, it's like
Start-
That's
Rambo.
true. We're gonna get to
President
Castle
Obama.
Ward. Everyone's gonna recognize Adri there.
Yeah.
It's Rambo, President Obama, and Becky from Third from 3rd Street.
Uh,
I live
Sergeant Anders
across
comes.
from the park. Cool.
Sergeant Anders comes walking over. Oh, he's pissed.
Oh, sorry about
No,
that.
we were watching the place for like 2 weeks. He took them off the place to strengthen the patrols, and then we get a call. There's a ruckus and a fight going on, and we gather up the patrol, and we get here and find out you guys already licked them. Oh, dude, Stagnant's gonna be shitting bricks for weeks.
Well, you'll get it the next time. I'm certain.
But you guys okay?
Oh yeah, we're good.
All right.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Well,
Looks like
since
they looted the place though.
no doubt. No, it was one of Xanathar's places. We're
I'm
trying
gonna.
to keep tabs on these assholes, but
Why he says that? Why I'm like, looks like they looted the place though, and I'm gonna drop my bag next to my feet
Well.
and it goes clank.
he looks down. He shakes his head. My bad. It was not one of Xanathar's. It's one of the Black Networks. My apologies. So
Well, you know how it is.
yeah.
Sorry to
Hey.
cause some problems with your captain.
Geez. If as long as you have November, my lord, here, he ain't gonna say nothing to you. Plus, he hasn't been too strict lately. Dude, his opinion right now is if the Black Network and Xanathars want to fight each other, why not just let them kill each other as long as they're not killing people?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, the higher ups don't approve very well of it, but
I never do.
no, clean docs are clean docs. We got other things to investigate.
Well, here for
But-
that.
Though, if you guys don't want to get caught up in all the paperwork, I'd probably suggest skedaddling if you guys want.
Probably a good idea.
All
No,
right.
they're going to tear apart this warehouse. And we're going to probably have to itemize every damn thing. And he looks at a crate, picks up a pair of shoes out of it. Fuck.
So if you stop by the bar later, I'll hit you up.
Sounds good, man. You take care, Kavir.
Right on.
Lord November, friends.
Come on, fancy boy, let's go.
He's like, thank you, Captain. No, Rainier waves.
After we,
Go for it.
I was gonna say after we leave the warehouse and we're out of earshot of
Yeah.
the City Watch, did anyone ask Grenier if or how long ago they took Floon?
We didn't ask yet, but he's with us, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
with you guys. It was a few
Okay.
hours.
A
It was
few
like within the
hours?
last hour or so.
Okay.
Couple hours. I mean, they just got done hitting the place and moving when you guys came in.
I didn't even have time to hide my foot.
So
So what you're saying is they don't have much of a lead on us.
they shouldn't.
Was Floon also injured?
He beat up like me.
So maybe there's a blood trail or something?
I can take a look.
Yeah. Go for it. Give me investigations or perceptions.
Investigation. 24.
Okay, we got a 24 from you. Colonel Sanders shook his head and nodded, so obviously there's nothing from him.
20.
And a 20 from our medic. So yeah, there is a lot of heavy footprints out here. You guys aren't picking up any kind of blood trail or anything. It seems that they covered, if there was one, they may have covered it pretty good. You do see some drag spots, not enough to actually pick up a full trail on. But you do see an anxious, about 10-year-old tiefling in the corner or off to the side, just kind of like peeking his head, like like a curious kid that's seen too much.
I'm gonna
He
Tap.
has a patch
uh,
over his eye.
tap Tricky. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on.
That's fine.
Tricky.
Yeah, I was. If you were going to go over there and talk to the lad, I was going to ask you to go ahead and let me
no.
handle it anyway. So,
I was gonna get you to sneak around behind him in case he bolts,
oh,
and then I'm gonna approach him from the front, and then he'll run off. That way we can get a profile on whether or not he's worried about us.
all right. Well,
Get an honest reaction. If we talk to him, he might lie. But if we try to approach him and he runs, and then you catch him, then we know he's got something to hide.
All right. Well, I mean, if I think about the odds of this succeeding versus the odds of this being a really stupid idea, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go with it anyway. So yeah, I'll sneak around back, I suppose. Is there a way for me to do so without tipping this kid off, or stealth check to try and hide behind him?
Give me a stealth check.
Some rogue over here.
Ooh.
No
Well, I
way
mean,
for
he's
it to be sneaky.
he's a 10-year-old. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a 12.
You have seen this kid before. He normally runs with two others.
Okay.
You know he's an orphan. He
Mhm.
he does move around.
Hmm.
You did beat his stealth, or you did beat his perception.
Okay, so I can't get around the
Yeah,
other side.
you're able to get around because he's all kind of googly eyed, and the city watch just busted the warehouse, and you guys come out, and you guys at near November over there, and he's just like, oh, ooh, ah.
Where's the rest of his depression of orphans?
That nobody sees. Just you guys just see kind of him out there.
Do I know his name? I assume I know his name.
You would have heard his name Squidly.
Squidly.
Squid, like from Rocket Power.
Yeah, Squidly. So yeah, you're able to get behind him without him
Okay. Yeah.
picking up too much.
I just kind of mutter under my breath. All right, doctor, do your thing.
All right, I'm going to be as imposing as possible. Really clank walk over to him.
He
Good.
looks up. He has puts his hand out.
What's he putting his hand up for? Put that down.
I'm hungry.
I don't care.
Okay.
Well, not right now. We might get you something afterwards, but Jesus, you think I'm just shit hot pockets? Come on.
Please, I bet you.
If you answer my questions, I'll take you to McDonald's afterwards. You can get the Happy Meal.
What'd you see, kid? They ran off with somebody. Where'd they take him?
Oh yeah, they ran off.
Where?
My stomach's awfully growling.
You're right. It's going to be that way until you tell me where they went.
But you're gonna be like the other grown up and just get the information and run away.
All right. Well, we just leave then. I'm going to start to
Okay.
turn around.
I don't care.
Right on. Start
All
walking.
right. I think at this point I'm going to approach him from behind and kind of
Hey.
hey.
Hey, shit!
Squidly, it's all right. Calm down. It's just me. I imagine I have a piece of fruit or something on me I can spare or something. And
Okay.
I would imagine hand him
He
an
takes
apple
it.
or an orange.
He takes a couple bites. He went this way.
How many?
4 of them took the dude.
So-
Took the guy.
All right.
Yeah, 2 of them carried him. They tried to drag him, but he kicked, and they punched him until he quit kicking, and then they put him up over 2 of them, and they carried him off.
All right. So at least we know he was alive at the time when they took him away. That's a good sign. And you said in that direction, right?
Oh yeah, this way. He shows you guys down the street.
All right. Rania, you gonna
Takes it on the
join
bike.
us on this, or
He's like, Floon's my friend. I'm in.
All right. Well, then, Squidly, go ahead and show us the way.
All right. So Squidly takes you guys. The kid leads you guys through a series of back alleys to a metal sewer crate, and he points to this. There's a little yellow symbol with an eye in the middle of it, and little what looks like hairs coming off of it. He's like, "That's them."
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kavir the Raven, Rachel as Adri the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rain Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist, and we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned.
like fucking Heart,
Mhm. Yeah.
And I just always remember thinking like there were more like Debbie Harry. Debbie Harry from Blondie.
Yeah. Yeah. She's cool.
Whew. Debbie Harry from Blondie. Whew. Exciting just to say the words.
Can this intro not be you just listing rock and roll women that you're into?
I guess. Debbie Harry though. Wow. Okay, sorry. We'll go back to intro.